That's not going to be a good opening shot.
Is this thing on? I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. Well, hello. Yeah, it is. Welcome to Country at the Merc TV.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah. So once again, welcome to Country at the Merc TV. We got a few things to tell you about. First of all, this coming Saturday's show. And don't forget, because Mrs. Wynn, we do two shows. One at 7, one at 9. We're working on the finger thing. One at 7. It's tricky. It's tricky. Work with us here.
7.
One at 9. See how that works?
Okay.
So at 7 o'clock this Saturday, we will see
Miss Whitney Leahy.
Whitney Leahy.
And Mr. Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson with very low voice. Mrs. Gwynn, I've got a little bit of a frog here in my throat, and I think that if it continues like it's going, I will give Ryan Johnson a run for his money on the low notes.
That would be fabulous.
Yeah. Well, I had a different word for it, but I'll take fabulous.
Well, fabulous.
And Miss Whitney Leahy is going to be there. And then at the 9 o'clock show, we're going to be welcoming back one of our favorites, Stephanie. And she is just delightful.
Stephanie,
and we're also hairstylist to the stars. Hey, Steph. Thinking I could use a trim. I'm thinking I could use a trim and a color. And she'll be joining us. We're going to do a couple of things maybe a little different at the 9 o'clock show. We're going to experiment on a new, maybe not a new platform, but an adjusted platform. Yeah, because people think we're funny. Can't imagine where that comes from. But we're, well, look at this hair. So we're going to add a little more comedy, make it just a different kind of show. And we're just going to experiment a little bit and see about that. So we hope you come on out. That is, you can find the information. There's a map. There's a schedule of performers who are coming up. There's funny photos. There's sound clips.
No, we took off the funny photos. Too many chins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are not funny photos.
They're only funny to us.
Or others.
Or others.
Who send them to us and go, look, I got your picture. So you can find that information at
www.countryatthemerc.info.
That is very smart and very well said.
Well, thank you. I'm working on
countryatthemerc.info. What else we got going on? What's our tip for this week, Mrs. Gwynn? Song selection?
A really good one. We have been given the go-ahead.
Who didn't turn off their cell phone?
You. We've been given the go-ahead to start learning some new songs. So we are looking for your suggestions. We've had quite a few very interesting ones. So we would like to kind of give you a few tips on how to pick songs to send to us.
Nothing that's going to make us look bad.
Yeah.
That's narrow.
That's narrow.
It's a narrow category. Hardly anything will make us look bad, mostly.
And let's just say you can't make it to the show that you booked yourself on. Well, someone's got to cover for you, and that would be us. Yeah. So
or Brianna.
And Brianna.
Not here.
Because Brianna's at Disneyland. How cool is that?
Jesse.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like to be there eating a beignet. Have you ever had the beignets at Disneyland with a delicious cup of coffee?
What is a beignet?
Oh, it's a donut made in heaven.
Oh, well, all right.
And in case you didn't believe in God, have one. You'll change your mind. Because you reach in the bag, Mrs. Gwynn. Yeah. Yes. And that's how you know. Because who else could make a delicious taste treat like a beignet? They put them hot from the grease into the bag with the powdered sugar. And so when you reach in, your whole hand comes up as a gift.
Oh.
Yeah. So you got all kinds of powdered sugar. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. You should have one. I hope Brianna's having one today.
Maybe she'll bring us some.
Which also brings us to point number 3 of the show. The first point we've already covered, and the second point we've kind of touched on but not really covered the whole way.
Okay.
Point number 3 is that we were thinking about how we could add more interest to Country at the Merc TV. And we figured it out.
Oh, we are going to be...
That's right. Food critics.
Food critics. Yeah.
It's thinly veiled suggestion that we're going to be eating on TV.
A lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not in volume. No, in volume.
In volume.
In volume.
In volume. Because what's the point if you can't eat a lot of it?
You must be able to taste. Is it going to be just as delicious on the first bite as it is on the 21st bite?
We can have 21 bites. Only if you go to the buffet.
You can have a lot of bites. Because the whole point of this is to expand our horizons in the city of Temecula, not our waistline. So we'll be walking a lot. We'll be walking a lot in Old Town, downtown Temecula.
So if we come up to you with a flyer, please take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please take the flyer.
Because we're stepping out of our box.
That's right. We want to make it more entertaining. We're also going to be featuring those things on our show. So, back to point number 2, because we are running out of time. Point number 2 is, Mrs. Gwynn, how does somebody put forth a suggestion for us to learn a song?
I think we'll take pretty much any suggestion, but we will look at it based on whether or not it's something that fits the genre, fits the mark, appropriateness of the mark, and something that will be something that more people can sing than just you or me. Because we have several performers, and generally we don't have too much of a problem because most of us like the same stuff. So,
we like to have a broad range of things.
Yes.
Because country doesn't just cover one specific style. There's not just old country or just new country, and we don't like to put up too many barriers.
Right.
We like to expand that genre as far as we can reasonably. It's got to be a good song.
So we've pretty much been recently limiting things to the newest stuff we could find because we want to keep current, and that's true.
Fresh.
However, due to our trip to Tennessee, we've come across some. You just remember those songs that you love, that you sang when you were younger, or that you sang at a certain time in your life that you just love. There's a song called "In My Daughter's Eyes." I absolutely love "In My Daughter's Eyes." I have 4 daughters.
A weeper.
So yeah, very much so. So songs like that, or there's some great songs about anniversaries that don't get old, that you can do, and
case in point, Frere Jacques never gets old.
Never.
Nobody ever knows the words.
Which is why it never gets old,
Yeah.
because you can't really sing it all the way through.
So you can submit your suggestions. Also, please feel free to submit your suggestions about things that you'd like to see at the show, even if you're not a performer. If you're an audience member, please let us know. Send us an email. You can log on to that email at
www.country@themerc.info.
That's right. .info is a lot cheaper than .com. No doubt about it. We're on a budget.
We're on a budget. I'm not.
We're working
on it.
We're working on that. Thanks.